Hello and welcome. If you are watching this, it's because you want to learn English. Maybe you've tried many times before. Maybe you feel frustrated, or perhaps you just feel stuck. The good news is, by the end of this video, you won't just know some new words. You'll have a tool to transform your learning. You will get motivation and a clear path forward. This isn't just a lesson. It's a story about finding your voice. A story about you. The boy who found his voice. There once was a boy named Leo. Leo lived in a quiet, but bustling city, a place of constant motion and endless noise. Yet, within all this activity, Leo felt trapped in a silent world of his own making. He was surrounded by people, but he couldn't connect with them. He had so many things he wanted to say, so many jokes to share, so many ideas burning inside him. But the words just wouldn't come out right. He was learning English, and he was good at it. He could read books, write emails, and pass grammar tests with ease. But when it was time to speak, his mind went blank. The sounds felt foreign in his mouth. He would start a sentence, then stop, embarrassed, his face growing hot. His friends would often finish his sentences for him, or, even worse, they would simply move on with their conversation, leaving him behind in a world of his own awkward silence. He felt invisible. A heavy, sad feeling would settle in his chest every time he tried to speak. He felt like his thoughts were trapped behind a locked door, and he didn't have the key. One rainy afternoon, feeling particularly defeated and isolated, he sought refuge in his favorite place, the city library. The library was his sanctuary. It was filled with stories, but they were all silent stories in books, whispering promises of worlds he could only read about. As he walked past the tall, towering shelves, a small, unassuming book caught his eye. It wasn't a storybook, but a collection of famous speeches from history. He pulled it from the shelf, opened it, and started reading a transcript of a powerful speech. The words were beautiful, filled with passion, conviction, and a fiery hope. He tried to read it aloud, just to himself, in a whisper. "I have a dream," he whispered, "that one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed." His own voice sounded so small, so weak, so not like the voice of the person who gave the speech. It was frustrating. He felt like his voice was a broken instrument, unable to play the beautiful music of the language. It was a sharp, painful contrast between the power of the words on the page and the weakness of his own voice. He felt a wave of despair wash over him. As he was about to put the book back on the shelf, a friendly librarian, a kind woman with warm eyes and a gentle smile, noticed his struggle. She walked over to him, her steps quiet on the carpeted floor. "That's a powerful speech," she said softly. "But you know, it's not just about the words on the page. It's about how you say them. The rhythm. The emotion. The soul behind the sounds." Leo looked at her, his expression a mix of confusion and embarrassment. "What do you mean?" he asked, his voice barely audible, a whisper against the silence of the library. She smiled gently and led him to a small listening station with a pair of headphones. "Come with me. I want you to try something." She pulled up a recording of the very same speech he had been trying to read. "Listen to the man who said those words," she instructed. "Don't just listen with your ears. Listen with everything you have. Listen to the rhythm, the pace, the pauses, the way his voice gets louder for emphasis, and then softer for effect." Leo put on the headphones. The famous speech began to play. He closed his eyes and listened intently. The voice was booming, confident, and full of raw emotion. It was a beautiful, powerful melody. The speaker wasn't just talking, he was painting a vivid picture with his voice, a picture of a better future. The words came alive. The librarian came back a few minutes later, her smile encouraging. "No," she said. "I want you to try something new. I want you to become a shadow. I want you to listen to a short phrase, and then repeat it immediately. Don't think about the words. Don't worry about grammar. Just become a shadow of the voice you hear." "A shadow?" Leo asked again, the word feeling strange on his tongue. Yes. A shadow. Your job is to mimic the sound, the tone, the energy. You are not just saying the words. You are becoming the voice. You are acting. You are imitating. You are training your mouth to make the sounds you want to make, without the stress of thinking. Leo was skeptical, but he was also desperate. He put the headphones back on, his heart beating a little faster with a mix of fear and hope. He started with a simple phrase. The speaker said, "Let freedom ring." Leo repeated it, but it still felt weak. Let freedom ring. The sound was hollow. The librarian leaned in and whispered, her voice full of encouragement. Louder. With feeling. Try to feel what he feels. Imagine you are standing on that stage, in front of all those people. What do you want to tell them? What is the message you want to give? Leo took a deep breath. He imagined the vast, hopeful crowd. He imagined the hope in the speaker's voice. The recording played again. Let freedom ring. This time, when Leo said it, something was different. Let freedom ring. It was louder. It had a little bit of the speaker's power. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't his old, hesitant whisper either. A tiny spark of hope ignited within him. From that day forward, shadowing became his secret weapon. His daily ritual. He started small. At first, he would shadow for just a few minutes a day, using short clips from a podcast. Then, he increased the time. Soon, he was shadowing for an hour, then 2 hours, sometimes more. He would listen to different podcasts, different stories, different people talking. He would find a podcast host with a smooth, friendly voice and shadow them as they told a story about their day. He would find a quick, energetic sports announcer and shadow their fast-paced commentary, feeling the excitement in his own voice. He even found a calm, soothing voice of a narrator reading a bedtime story, and he shadowed them, learning the gentle rhythm of a quiet narrative. He wasn't just learning vocabulary anymore. He was learning the music of the language. The sounds, the tones, the intonation. He was understanding how the sounds connected, how to make the words flow smoothly, how to use his voice to convey emotion. He wasn't just learning English with his brain. He was learning it with his mouth, with his ears, with his whole body. He was training his muscles to make the right sounds without even thinking. His confidence grew with every session. He started speaking a little more with his friends, and the words, surprisingly, came more easily. He wasn't afraid of making mistakes. He was excited about trying. He felt his silent world cracking open, letting in light and sound. One sunny day, a few months later, his friends invited him to a coffee shop. A new person was there, a girl who was visiting from another country. She was learning Leo's native language, and she asked him a simple question about the city. "What is a good place to visit?" she asked, her own voice hesitant. Before, Leo would have panicked. He would have felt that familiar, heavy feeling in his chest. His throat would have tightened. But this time, something was different. He listened to her question. He heard the friendly, open sound of her voice. And then, without even thinking, he answered. "Oh, it's a beautiful city. There's a great museum just down the street. It's called the City Museum." He said it with confidence. His voice was strong, not a whisper. He didn't stutter. He didn't stop. He said it just like a native speaker would, with the right pauses, the right rhythm, the right energy. The girl smiled. "That sounds great. Thank you so much." Leo felt a rush of warmth, a wave of pride so powerful it almost brought tears to his eyes. He wasn't invisible anymore. He was a part of the conversation. He was a part of the world. He had found his voice. He realized that the key he had been searching for all along wasn't a magic spell or a secret word. It was a simple, dedicated practice. It was the power of shadowing. Your next steps and takeaway. Leo's story is a true story. It's a story of a boy who found his confidence through the incredible power of shadowing. He transformed his speaking ability, not by learning more grammar, but by training his mouth to make the sounds, by training his ears to hear the rhythm, and by training his mind to stop overthinking. Shadowing is the single most powerful way to train your mouth and your ears to work together. It's not about perfection. It's about practice. It's about becoming a shadow of the speaker you want to become. It's about listening and repeating, over and over again, until the language feels like a natural part of you. Here's what you need to do now. Don't just close this video and forget this story. Take action. 1. Find your voice model. Find a podcast, a YouTube video, an audiobook. Find a voice that sounds clear. A voice that is easy to understand. A voice you want to have. 2. Listen for a short part. Listen to just 1 or 2 sentences. Hear the rhythm, the pace, the emotion. 3. Repeat. Say it out loud. Just like the speaker. Don't worry about mistakes. Just try. 4. Check and try again. Listen again. Did you get the sound right? Try again. Do this for 15 minutes a day. That is all. Just 15 minutes. It's so simple, but it will change everything for you. You will feel a shift. You will feel your confidence growing. You are not learning a language anymore. You are finding your voice. You are becoming a confident, powerful speaker. You are joining the conversation. So start today. Find a podcast. Take that first step. I believe in you. You have the words. You have the voice. It's time to let them out.